All right, team. Definitely pop some tunes on your end, get the vibes going. But we're going to start on hands and knees today. Pressing the floor away into a cat cow, and then scooping your belly as far as you can. So really open up the spine here. So ignore that. All right, and then we're going to sit down, bring your legs out in front of you in a 90-degree position. And then we're going to rotate those knees side to side, opening up the hips. You can add a little twist into it to bring that spine in. Beautiful. All right, and then we're going to come into a deep squat position, whatever that looks like for you. We're going to go from this position, pressing your elbows, knees out with your elbows. And we're going to stick the hips in the air, reach for your toes, and feel that big stretch down at the back of the legs. And then back into that squat. So moving between those two positions. One more. Beautiful. All right, back to hands and knees. We'll go back into cat-cow, pressing away and scooping the belly. Beautiful. One more here. Nice. Sitting down with those legs at 90-90. And rotating, adding a little twist into it. Beautiful. Really moving through those hips. Awesome. And then back into the squat to hammy stretch. And then hips in the air. Two more of these. Beautiful. All right. So today we're going to be focusing a lot on the core and booty. We're going to start lying down on your back. So get nice and comfy. We're going to be doing some pelvic floor activations and core activations before we start. So plant your feet down. Get your back nice and flat. Really focus on curling your pelvis under and getting that back flush on the floor. Then we're going to start with just some gentle pelvic floor contractions. So just start to draw upwards as you exhale with your breath. So inhale will be relaxed and exhale will be draw upwards for that pelvic floor. just like you're sucking a blueberry up and then fully releasing. Just some light, gentle squeezes to switch it on. Then we're going to bring 2 fingers to your hip bone and then just walk those fingers in about an inch and press down into your pelvis area. This is where you are going to feel your TA or your transverse abdominis, those lower abdominal muscles. We want to be able to switch them on independently to your pelvic floor. So contract that pelvic floor and you shouldn't feel any muscle tighten underneath your fingers, pressing into that pelvis. And then release. And then engage that pelvic floor and then engage your lower abdomen just by drawing your hip bones towards each other. That's going to switch on that muscle and then release. So just practice switching on pelvic floor first and then your TA and then releasing everything. From here, we're going to keep doing that as we bring in a little leg movement. So we want to engage pelvic floor and TA and then lift one leg, keeping a bend at the knee and then onto the other side. And our goal as we do this is to keep our hips completely steady. We don't want to feel them rocking side to side or just relaxing. We want that pelvis tucked under and that core engaged. Just lifting that leg up, almost as if your leg is doing the pulling. Once you feel like you've mastered that, you can bring your legs up together into tabletop position. Shins parallel to the mat, knees nice and close together. At any point, you can do all of the movements today with your feet planted. So that would be the regression if you're needing something to be a little bit easier. Awesome. So to start, we are going to get our back nice and flat. Engage that pelvic floor. Switch on your TA. Bring your hands behind your ears and curl our shoulders off the mat. Sweep arms towards your toes. Bring them back to your ears and then roll your shoulders back down. Curl all the way off. Sweep. And then hands back to your ears and curl down. Now our goal here is again to keep the hips nice and steady and our legs nice and steady the whole way through. Beautiful. Crunch up as much as you can. Pressing ribs to hips, lifting those shoulders. 3, 2. And on this last one, we're going to reach our arms forward. We're going to hold there. So shoulders stay off the floor. And then we're going to go either into a little toe tap, or if you're wanting something more challenging, a full leg extension. Okay, so either dropping down into a little bent leg toe tap or a straight leg extension. Keeping those shoulders off the floor. If your neck starts to feel a little strained, you can just place a few fingers on your neck. Just make sure you are lifting with the chest, keeping those shoulders off the floor. Beautiful, nice control. Really press your ribs down, draw the belly button in. 3, 2, and 1. Either staying with your legs lifted or you can drop the feet down. We're going to drop our shoulders down and then curl them back up in a little crunch. So just focusing on those upper abs, keeping the legs and hips completely still. Your shoulders up and down. Definitely should feel those abs coming into play. 3, 2. And on this last one, reach your arms towards your ankles. Keep your shoulders lifted. We're going to pulse our arms. Now, the idea is to keep your arms moving, but keep your entire body nice and still. You got it. 5, 4, 2, and 1. Hug those knees into your chest for a moment if you need. Rocking side to side. Good stuff. All right, we are going to move into a side plank position. So a few options here. Option 1, if both knees are stacked on top of each other, it's going to be a little bit easier. Option 2, top leg is straight, or option 3, both legs are straight. So you can choose your option there. We're going to move through a few little movements here. Alrighty, so forearm tucked under, your legs in line with your entire spine, hips tucking forwards. We're going to lift our hips off the floor, and then we're going into a little hip dip. So just really small movement. Drop the hip down and pull it back up. Really press the floor away with your forearm, strong shoulder. 3, 2, and 1. Hold that side plank. Reach one arm up. We're going to draw a little circle through the armpit and then open back up. But we want to keep our hips nice and steady as we do that. So reach through just the top half twists and then open up. Beautiful. 3, 2, and 1. Holding this side plank, we're going to go into a leg lift. So lift that leg up. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. We're going to bring that knee in, not here for long. Let's do it. Got it. 3, 2, 1. Whew, amazing. All right, we're going to roll on to the other side for this one. All right, so setting up on your forearm and then your choice of options with that side plank, starting with our hip dips, so nice controlled dips. Beautiful. Really press the floor away. Two, 1, and then reach your arm up, sweep it through the body and open up. Only twisting the upper half, keep those hips nice and steady. Awesome. 3, 2, 1. Now straight into that leg lift. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. Into a little knee in and out. You got it. Keep pushing. Push through the floor with your forearm. 3, 2, 1. Whew, nice. Good job, team. All right, grab a quick drink if you need. We're going to go back to the top of that ab sequence. So we are starting lying on our back. All right. Either feet planted or legs in tabletop position. Wherever you are, just tuck that pelvis under. Get your back nice and flat on the floor. Hands behind your ears, and we're starting with our curl to sweep. Hands back, roll down. Curl and sweep. Awesome. Really reach, press ribs to hips as we do this. Awesome. 3, 2, and last one. We're going to stay reaching forwards and either into a bent leg lower or a full leg extension each side. Keeping those shoulders off the floor, reaching towards your toes. And again, if you need a little neck support, you can take it. Otherwise, we are reaching. Press your ribs down, draw your belly button in. Beautiful. 3, 2, and 1. Pausing here. Bring your hands behind your head. We're going to drop the shoulders down and lift that chest up into a little crunch, keeping your legs nice and steady wherever they are. Curling up, lifting with the chest and the sternum. Beautiful. Keep lifting. You got it. 3, 2, and last one. Reach your arms forward. Keep the shoulders off the floor, and we are pulsing those arms. Staying in that crunch as much as you can. Stay really active through the abs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug those knees in. Maybe go into some little circles or little twists. And then we are setting up in that side plank position. Alrighty. So one forearm down, choosing your plank position, either both knees or one leg or both legs if you are up to it. Coming up into that plank position, we're going to drop the hips down and back up into those dips. Good, really tuck the hips forward. Squeeze the booty and lift those hips nice and high. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. Arm comes up and into that rotation. Again, keeping those hips steady, just rotating through the upper spine. Beautiful. 3, 2, and 1 into that leg lift. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. Tuck the knee in and kick out. Leave those hips off the floor. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, that got tough. Beautiful. All right, shake it out. Moving on to the other side. Setting up in that side plank, lifting the hips and into the dips. Awesome. Three, 2, and 1 into rotations. Draw that belly button in, squeeze your booty, tuck the hips forward. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Into those leg lifts. You got it. 3, 2, 1. Knee in and out. Let's do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. All right, come into a quick child's pose if you need. Sit the hips back, really reach your arms forward. Grab a quick drink. All right, we are going to go through this sequence one more time. So when you are ready, let's set up lying on your back. Alrighty, so either feet planted or legs in tabletop position. Get your back nice and flat. And let's go, starting with that curl to sweep. Lift the chest, ribs to hips. Awesome. Last round through the sequence, team. Beautiful. All right, last one here. Keep those arms reaching towards your toes, either into little toe taps or full leg extensions. Keep those shoulders curled off the floor, tuck the chin in. Press your ribs down. Beautiful. Nice control, team. 3, 2, and 1. All right, keeping those legs where they are. Bring your hands behind your head. We are dropping those shoulders down, lifting through the chest to a little crunch. If you're feeling any loading through your lower back, bring your feet down, tuck the pelvis under, and just go into your normal crunch. Be mindful that you're not pulling your head with your arms. You're lifting from the chest, the arms are just supporting the neck. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Stay curled up, reach your arms forward and pulse those arms into little pulses. Keep those shoulders off the floor, ribs down. Breathe through it. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Hug those knees in. And then setting up in our side plank position. Alrighty. Last time for side planks. Setting up on your forearm and into those hip dips. So dropping the hip down, lifting it up. Really press the floor away through your forearm. Beautiful. 2, 1. Awesome. Into our rotations, keeping the hips nice and steady. Beautiful. 3, 2, and 1. Into that leg lift. 3, 2, 1, and into that kick out. Keep those hips up nice and high. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, amazing. They're getting tough. All right, over to the other side, team. Let's set it up. And into those dips. Let's do it. Nice controlled movement. And we're not going all the way to the floor. Beautiful. 2, 1. Awesome. Into these rotations. Beautiful. Keep those hips steady. Two, one. Awesome. Leg lift. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. And kick out. You got it. 2, 1. Oh, amazing. All right, sit back in a nice wide leg child's pose. And then reach your hands all the way over to the left-hand side. Get a really deep side stretch. Twist your shoulder up to the sky. And then over to the other side. Big twist. And then push yourselves back up. All right, we're going to move into our booty burner to finish off the class. So we are starting lying down on your back. Okay, so we're going to be setting up in a wide glute bridge position. So you want to bring your feet out about shoulder width, outside shoulder width apart, but you also want to make sure that your knees are that wide as well. All right, reach your arms up to the sky for me. And while we do this, I always want you to think about pressing your ribs down so that we're not loading through our spine. From here, we're going to drive through our heels, lift those hips up and drop them back down. All right, really squeeze that booty, press your knees out nice and wide. And keep your ribs tucked down. Beautiful. Having our arms to the sky really helps us to curl through those ribs. So we're keeping our core active. Beautiful. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to pause at the top. And then we're going to come up onto our tippy toes. So elevate, step your feet a bit closer to you, elevate up onto your tippy toes. And then we're dropping the hips all the way down again and driving through those toes. Really press the knees out, up onto those tippy toes, getting the calves a little bit. Good, big squeeze. Awesome. 3, 2, stay on those tippy toes. We're holding at the top and we're doing baby pulses. So really small, up on the tippy toes. Tug the hips under, squeeze that booty. You got it. Awesome. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, dropping down. And we're going to roll onto our side. You can either prop yourself up on your elbow or you can lie all the way flat. It doesn't really matter. We just want to be able to keep our hips rolled forward slightly. We don't want them to be sinking back too far. All right. So on your side, we are going to flex our foot. Lift your leg as high as you can, but try not to open the toes up like this. You're going to keep your foot parallel to the floor like this. That's why we've got our hips rolled forward. So we're lifting up and down, Keeping that foot flexed parallel to the floor. Beautiful. I want you to actively think about the booty as we do this, actively switching it on, and keep those hips rolled forward slightly. Awesome. 2, 1. We're going to hold our leg up and we're going to draw little circles with our heels. Just really small ones towards the back. Beautiful. Change direction to the front now. Still keeping those hips rolled forward slightly. Beautiful. And then up and down in little pulses. Woo, feeling it now. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay, onto the other side. Standing up, we'll roll those hips forward, and we are starting just with our leg lift. Keeping that foot parallel to the floor. Awesome. Try not to let those hips sink back as you lift. All right, pausing at the top, we're drawing little circles in one direction with our heel. Get those hips rolled forwards. And then other way. Beautiful. And little pulses up and down. You got it. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Alrighty, rolling onto your back. We're going to run through that one more time. It's definitely going to hurt a little bit more now. All right, setting up in our glute bridge position, feet outside shoulder width, knees nice and wide, arms curled to the ceiling, ribs pressed down, and let's go. Rolling up and down, normal glute bridges. Really think about squeezing that booty. Awesome. Squeeze the butt. Press the knees out. All right, we're going to pause here, come up onto our tippy toes, and continue those glute bridges on the tippy toes. Press the knees out. Awesome. Three, 2, 1. Hold at the top, and we're going into little pulses. You got it. Ooh, feeling that burn. Push through. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Hug your knees in. Alrighty. Lying on your side. Either propped up or lying flat, keeping those hips rolled forwards. And we're just starting with our leg lift, keeping your foot parallel to the back, toes pointing forwards. Let's go as high as you can with keeping those hips rolled forwards. Beautiful. All right, we're going to pause up the top and start drawing circles, little baby circles. And then other direction. Keep it nice and controlled, hips rolled forwards. Beautiful. And then we're tucking our knee in and kicking your heel out. So again, we're keeping our foot parallel to the mat. Bring that knee in and out. Awesome. Moving through our full range of motion. Awesome. Then we are pausing with our leg out straight. We're going to sweep it in front of us and bring it back. Sweep in front and bring it back. Your goal here is to keep your hips completely steady. You don't want to be using your hips or lower back to move the leg. Everything is nice and tight. 3, 2, 1, and then into little pulses to finish. Keep that foot flexed. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. Woo, nice. Alrighty, onto the other side. So starting with that leg lift, roll the hips forwards. Beautiful. Right, and into little circles. Nice, stay nice and controlled. Other direction. Keep that leg nice and active. Beautiful. And then bring that knee in, pressing back out. Keep the foot nice and parallel to the floor. Beautiful. 2, 1. Awesome. Now we're sweeping forwards and back, keeping those hips completely still. Just using the booty to do this. Awesome. 3, 2, and 1. Last one. Little pulses with that straight leg. Finish it off. 2, 1. Oh, amazing. All right, lie on your back for me, team. We are done. Hug your knees into your chest. We'll go through a little stretch out. Rock side to side, maybe draw little circles with those knees. And then take your knees all the way over to one side. Big spinal stretch. And then moving over to the other side. Beautiful. Come back to the center, plant your feet down. Cross one ankle over your knee and then grab onto that leg. Just kind of keep pulling, keeping that tension there. Feeling your hips slowly release. Beautiful. Moving on to the other side.
Thanks so much, Dee. I've got to run. I'll see you soon.
No worries, babe. Thanks for joining.
Thanks. I'll see you soon, babe.
Yeah, see you soon. Beautiful. That is a good stretch. All right. Coming up to a seated position, bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall out to your side. Just kind of lean forward, feeling that nice stretch through the hips, the groin area. Awesome. And then hands and knees. And coming to a pigeon pose. So tuck one leg underneath you and then let that back leg kind of slide back to put you into a deeper stretch. So just work with your mobility. Awesome. Up onto your hands. Moving on to the other side. And then we'll scoot back. Beautiful. Alrighty. Thanks for joining me today, team. Hope you enjoyed it.